Roger, very little pasture growth this time of year, very dry conditions. What's your advice as far as options is concerned?
It's extreme dry at the moment, and over drilling anything at this point in time until we get some significant rain, we just can't. We've just got to sit on our hands. Hopefully we get rain or something, maybe not too much snow this weekend. We have moisture in the ground and possibly get nitrogen-based fertiliser onto the soil and get things motoring early. The other option we're looking at, once the soil temperatures get over consistently over 7 degrees, is to using a mixture of pro-jib and nitrogen to try and get that extra dry matter ahead under these extreme dry conditions.
It'd be very tempting to put the direct drill over it and oversow it though.
It is. We looked at some paddocks today at the field day, and you got some paddocks where the grass content is actually less, probably 30%. But you've got a plant there and other plants with an existing root structure. That's going to get first priority to any moisture, and you're trying to get the new seedlings established. It just doesn't work. You end up with a very, very poor response, so you're better to spray everything out, start again. And the idea of spraying out is to kill the weeds, but the big bonus is you're conserving moisture until the soil temperature is ready to drill whatever, whether it's a cereal or a brassica.
Soil moisture retention must be vital.
It's essential in this year because there's nothing deep down. It is, we go down probably 50 mils and it's just basically hard ground. So it's quite serious. We've just got to try and make the most of every bit of moisture we get.
What about lucerne?
Lucerne's a wonder plant. Just looking around at some of the paddocks that have died out through overgrazing, whatever. But lucerne, at the end of the day, I don't think there's been any plant loss. We've got a situation here. There's a paddock here on Rotoiti on the property we're on at the moment, and that is actually 25 years old, and it's been sprayed this year to remove some weeds. It's still going. It's getting a bit thin, but it's right down in the Scargill Creek area, and the roots are into the moisture and it's still performing very, very well.
Roger, it seems as though lucerne gets away quicker than your grass pastures.
Lucerne actually starts to grow at an air temperature of about 5 degrees. Your ryegrass and other plants are based on soil temperature, but actually lucerne is based on air temperature. So you'll find a lot of lucerne will actually, this early spring, will actually move ahead of ryegrass reasonably quickly initially.
Now, if you're going to go from pasture to lucerne, because this won't be our last drought, what do we need to do?
I don't like going straight out of old pasture into lucerne. It's too much reversion back to the old grasses, and you want to make sure you got your pH right, and by liming it can take up to 4 months for that to work. So we really want to be taking a paddock out sometime this later spring, summer fallowing it and going into a winter feed, a break crop, maybe if you can over 2 years, take some break crops and get it into the lucerne, because that's going to be in for a long term, 8 to 10 years. So we just want to make sure we've got rid of all the perennial weeds such as dandelions and hawksbeard and all those other very, very difficult to control weeds, and especially twitch and other grasses. So we want to make sure it's really clean before we start on lucerne. Don't rush it.